You're tuned in to Voiced Thoughts Talk Show and Podcast, a forum where we discuss and explore society based topics while advocating and providing information and resources to the community through an unscripted, unfiltered, and authentic approach. Listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Music. Watch us on YouTube. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Voiced Thoughts Talk Show and Podcast, your society-based channel. Welcome to another episode of Voiced Thoughts Talk Show and Podcast. I'm your host, and my name is Danette Mahabeer-Turner, Mrs. Kentucky Petite USA 2025. I'm honored to be representing the entire state of Kentucky in a national pageant with the Petite USA organization in July of this year in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, I want to highlight our sponsors for this episode. Goodwill Opportunity Center is our title sponsor for season 4. Goodwill Opportunity Center helps individuals remove barriers to self-sufficiency and enabling their clients to overcome challenges and achieve their goals through support that's personalized to their clients. So visit them today, 1601 Broadway Street, Paducah, Kentucky. Our episode sponsor is Hope Counseling. Are you grieving, feeling the pain of your loss? Hope Counseling offers real hope for the hurting. So give them a call or text today, 618-924-2502. And of course, you can watch us on YouTube, listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Music. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Voice Thoughts Talk Show and Podcast. The moment you guys are here for season 4, episode 2, we have the topic, the power of AI. None other than my guest here, Aaron Goodman. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I know that's all a mouthful right there. So, you're just having to look pretty and
all good.
Yes, so you are the man. When I thought about this topic for season 4, as I was compiling all the topics I want to tackle, for this society-based podcast, I thought about AI, right? Because the power of AI, we've seen the evolution, and I thought about you immediately because I know we've been in some rooms together and your knowledge that you have with this. So I want to ask you, what is artificial intelligence for those who don't know, and why is it such a game changer?
Yeah, first off, I'm honored and thankful to be on the podcast, and thank you guys for watching. I think we're in a really unique point right now, especially as a small business owner. I really think that AI levels the playing field for so many different businesses, and it allows a small business to, have resources at your fingertips on your phone, on your computer, that you would have had to pay tens of thousands of dollars for in the past. And now you can literally have an expert in your hand that's helping you from a copywriting standpoint, a social media standpoint, maybe taxes, all kinds of different things to really catapult your business, or just be somebody to, go back and forth with and ask questions in real time.
Wow. How has AI evolved over the years, and where do you see it going in the next decade?
I see AI is getting better every single day. And so if you weren't a fan of AI 2 years ago, or even a year ago, it's advanced so much just in the last 6 months. And I think it's one of those things of cell phones. If we didn't adopt using a cell phone, where would we be today?
Right.
I think it's one of those things we've got to figure out, if you're not using AI right now, I really encourage you to dig in and embrace it. Maybe you don't become a power user, but maybe there's aspects of it that, I encourage you not to overcomplicate AI and just use it in its most simple terms.
Wow.
But I do believe the idea of having an AI agent staff is really big. You have different AI agents that are handling different aspects of your business.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have an AI customer service team, and so they're AI agents that are trained on the customer service centric things within your business. Or maybe there's a sales team that's trained on the sales aspects of your customers and what their objections typically are. Having voice answering services that are empathetic, but they're AI.
Wow.
It's pretty wild.
Wow. How is AI already integrated into our daily lives without most people even realizing it?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think the biggest piece of that is Google search. Whereas like used to, there would be keywords and all that you're trying to search, but now AI is crawling all the websites. It's basically compiling an AI answer for you, whether you know it or not. And so even I'm seeing a lot of people using ChatGPT to do their searches over Google.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one, because you're right. I mean, sometimes you put something in, you got to go to multiple websites to kind of compile what you're looking for. And I've had very good experience with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people still don't know. And it took me a moment, even though, like I'm very tech savvy. It took me a moment. I've been hearing about ChatGPT and just kind of was resistant,
Sure.
But now that I've been using it, I'm in love with it. And as
How often do you use it?
a lot.
Like every day?
Yeah, well, not every
week?
day, but I do different projects, and it's very helpful with helping you compile. And so I
Sure.
think that's good. But as you mentioned, like we're using AI every day without realizing it. Google search, who would have thought, right?
Yeah.
But we're all the first thing we do if we have symptoms and we're sick, we Google, what that diagnosis could be.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for sharing that. How can I actually use AI in my business without being super tech savvy?
That's a really good question. And I think the biggest thing with using ChatGPT, and if you've used it, if you don't understand something, you can ask ChatGPT to talk to you like you're a second grader, or like this is your first time using ChatGPT, or whatever it is. I've been using it for Google Sheet formulas.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, I'm not an expert at Google Sheet formulas, and so help me to talk to me like I'm a beginner, and it's spitting out.
It's very conversational.
It's very conversational, but I think if I was a new business owner or a business owner and I was using it for the first time, my encouragement would be to use ChatGPT to, paste in the website link of your website and have it learn everything about your website. Ask it questions on like, hey, can you help me create XYZ? But ask me any other questions that you need before you give me a response. And so that way the ChatGPT model knows like, hey, my name's Aaron. This is my business. This is my mission, vision, and brand. And so now that GPT model knows to answer within the realm of the expertise of what it crawled on your website, but then also the brand and mission and voice of the business owner.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. What are the biggest misconceptions business owners have about AI?
I think a big misconception with AI is that it's going to replace the staff or the workforce. And, similar to the internet years ago, like I think people probably had that same misconception. And I think it's just going to allow us to do things differently. I think a good example of that is AI voice receptionist, that I can train an AI voice agent to answer the phone and be empathetic, be an expert on your business and know exactly how to answer all kinds of different questions. It can transfer calls. It can be a customer service hotline. And so you could argue that, hey, that's going to take away jobs. But let's say that's a restaurant.
Right.
What if that's answering calls at a restaurant, so the person at the front desk or the hostess can actually be intentional and look the customer in the eyes, and now we're having an intentional conversation, and that employee is now being able to be more intentional with their ideal customer.
Wow. That is very good. What AI tools should small businesses be using right now? I know we talk about ChatGPT, but are there any other tools that small business owners who are watching or listening to this episode should be using right now?
Say that one more time.
So what AI tools should small businesses be using right now?
I think at a minimum, ChatGPT.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of different ones, but if you're evaluating, hey, should I use AI in my business?
Start there.
Start with ChatGPT. It's free. A big thing that I've really started to do lately is in every business out there, including mine and yours, before somebody decides that they want to go and purchase that product, whatever it may be, there's internal and external false beliefs that customer has before they decide they want to do business with you. And so you can use that ChatGPT to examine and like get really honed in on like, hey, can you help me understand my customer a little bit more? Like let's say I'm a dental office. Like help me understand what that customer's going through that might be evaluating dental implants. And so what are those internal and external false beliefs that like the internal false belief of like, they're not going to work for me. Like my teeth are too far gone, or like it's going to have to replace all my teeth in my mouth, or the external false belief of like, I can't afford it. Like this isn't going to work. And so the ChatGPT model will be able to list out like 5 to 10 internal and external false beliefs. And then what you do as a business owner is you craft stories from other successful customers to overcome those false beliefs. You can even use ChatGPT to like help you identify some of those stories. Of how other people have overcome those false beliefs. Does that make sense?
Testimonials. Yeah.
Testimonials.
Oh, wow.
But those can be social posts. That could be a social reel or a video that people, you put those on your Facebook, and now people go to your Facebook, they see these reels, and you're overcoming those false beliefs.
I love that.
And the ChatGPT helped you just get the idea, kind of do
like formulate that and help you with, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. How can AI help small businesses to get more customers or improve their marketing?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of that is, I don't like the word speed to lead, but like following up quickly. If you're a solo business owner or solo entrepreneur, a lot of times you're doing the work, and so you're busy, you're focusing on a customer, maybe you're a realtor, and so using AI to have empathetic touch points along the customer journey as they learn about you, as they opt into fill out your contact form. Like I like to paint the picture of like beginning to when they first know about your business all the way till they're an actual customer, and where are those touch points that we can have an empathetic digital touch point. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a text message, voicemail, but we deliver it with AI and digital.
I love that.
And an example of that is, you ever been to Disney World?
I've been to Universal.
Okay. So Walt Disney was an expert at this. And so he would go in and he would eat a hot dog. He'd get a hot dog at the hot dog stand, and then he would walk and see how many steps it took him to eat the hot dog.
Okay.
He found out that it was 20 steps. And so if you go, you'll notice that there's trash cans every 20 steps at Disney World. And so just having that intentionality of like making it convenient for the trash can so his park is clean, but also for his customers to have a location they can throw away their trash.
I like that.
Like how can we use that same story with our customer buying journey, and then we use some digital touch points, some AI to, meet our customers where they're at.
And I love that. I'm going to piggyback off that because, a lot of people, as you said, don't realize they're using AI without realizing they are, as like a business owner, right? I have a Facebook page for all of my different businesses, but we're using AI, a long time ago as well. Those auto responses when someone sends you a message on your Facebook and you're not available because you're a hairstylist and you're doing the work, right? But you have that auto response that says, thank you so much for reaching out to X, Y, and Z. Yep. We'll be in touch with you shortly. Or how can we better assist you? So now it prompts them to send another response, and it's eliminating, that pre-process to when you do physically get in touch with them, you already have an idea of why they're reaching out to you. So that's good.
Yeah. I think the opportunity now to precondition a customer on what to expect if you run a service where they're scheduling appointments with you, like what does it look like when I come in for that appointment? Like how can you meet the customer right after they call or sign up before they ever come in? Like how can we show a video or a checklist or whatever that may be to like give them a preconditioned view of like, hey, this is what I'm about to expect.
And, just to mention as well, like my daughter's doctor's appointment, they send you like the pre-check-in information so that when I arrive, we're good. I don't have to fill out all these paperwork because it's at my fingertip, reminding me, confirming that you have this appointment, right. Clicking C to confirm, and then the registration, just filling that out because it's auto sending to you, but it's personalized with all the information you need to put in. So when you get there, AI is amazing. Now, a lot of people, I mean, we love the pros about it, but a lot of people are also scared about, like, okay, it's scary, right? So I worked a gig one time in Nashville. It was at the Predators game, but I was working for Amazon One. I don't know if you're familiar with Amazon One. But for those who don't, if you're listening or watching, it's scary. I mean, I worked for it, and people didn't even want to participate. You walk in and you pick up all the stuff you want, like a gas station, right? Yeah. And you walk out, and it auto charges your card, and it knows exactly what you walked out with. Now, while you're walking in there, if somebody is walking in your party, you got to be careful that they don't, somebody that's not in your party, like your children are with you, right? So whatever they pick up, it sends all that they picked up, and as soon as you walk out, it charges your card. So a lot of people are looking at, yes, it's evolving, but it's becoming scarier. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think as we progress, I mean, there's going to be good and bad with everything, right? And so, I mean, that's pretty wild. I mean, I think there's opportunities of that helping with, like, hey, what groceries do I have in my pantry, and what recipes can I make with it?
Wow, true. Like seeing the pro, right? I love that.
But I think at the business side, like, I think it's something we've got to embrace, or we're going to be left behind.
Yes, truly.
And so, just a neat thing that I don't even know. Never mind.
No, I love that response. I love it. If you don't, get with the program, you're going to be left behind, because even though a lot of people don't want to, jump onto that wagon with AI, they also ironically love the convenience when their doctor's appointments and that, quick response, or other businesses are responding to them so quickly, but not realizing that it's because of the help of AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the AI piece takes that auto response to the next level, where instead of it just being a one-way response, that I think the AI takes it to the next level. Instead of it just being like a one-way response, like, the AI can actually have a conversation. And so it's able to understand the database of a business, to understand all the ins and outs of, the business questions and that kind of stuff for that customer.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yes. Love that. Love that. All right. So just a few more. How do you see AI impacting human creativity and decision making?
I see that every single day, because I don't like to copy and paste AI, but I do like it to brainstorm. And so if I'm making a logo, if I'm making a post, I may have writer's block. Okay. And so I may use it just to, like, hey, help me overcome writer's block and think about, XYZ related to XYZ business, and, create me 10 options. Mm-hmm. And then I'll use it I'll go back and forth with it quite a bit before I ever kind of get to my final resolution.
I love that. Is there a way to make AI sound more like human? So you mentioned, it could respond, but I guess sound like human if you're using it as a system to answer the calls, or, stuff like that.
Yeah, as far as, like, getting AI to get to the expectation or outcome that you desire, it's really about the prompt that you give ChatGPT or AI. So if you can create a prompt, and you can ask ChatGPT to help me make a prompt for you, for my voice agent, and I want you to sound more empathetic and genuine and personable, and it will do that. And so it's trainable is the cool thing. So I think if you use ChatGPT out of the box and you don't give it a good prompt, you're going to be disappointed.
Right. But if you have to work with it.
You have to work with it.
I love
it's
that.
It's kind of like a relationship.
Yeah, it's your assistant, right? Yeah. I love that.
You have to train an assistant how to work with you, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Learn your culture and how you're wanting, your customers to have that perspective of your business. I love that. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing. And so before you go, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start learning about AI? They want to start learning about AI.
Is this where you want me to talk about the little PDF thing, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you're wanting to start learning about AI, maybe you're not sure where to start, maybe you know a little bit and you just want to learn a little bit more, I have created a checklist. It's a free PDF that we'll put a link in the description of the video, but it really walks through using AI in different aspects of your business. And I've learned a ton over the last several years working with other small businesses. And I see a lot of opportunities that businesses have that they leave on the table that AI and non-AI aspects can really help your business grow, whether it's social media, your Google business page, responding to reviews, whatever that may be. So if you want that, click the link and I walk you through how to use ChatGPT in your business. And I can also help as well.
I love that. So if you're listening or watching right now on YouTube for this episode, I will copy that link into the description of our YouTube video. And also, if you're following us on Facebook, we also have a Facebook group. I will tag Aaron on that and we'll put that link as well. Now, do you want to tell them anything about your Google School thing that you're doing, your group? You have a Facebook group as well. Like, how can they reach you?
Really, that's a lot more of my coaching.
Okay, but if they wanted to reach out to you for assistance, how can they connect with you?
So if you guys are interested to have a free strategy call, we can definitely book a free strategy call and just kind of have a conversation and just talk through like, hey, what are the challenges with your business? Typically that's what it looks like when I have a customer that's interested in meeting with me. Is we just have a conversation. We just talk about, hey, what challenges are you facing? Like, what is the customer buying journey that you have? And through that conversation, we can usually identify several opportunities that we can improve using whatever means. But Omada Marketing is Greek for one team, extraordinary results. And so I love to meet my customers where they're at and just get in the trench with them, because I know marketing can be overwhelming and I don't want it to be. So that's where I come in as a partner. Okay.
Do you prefer them emailing you, texting, provide a number, website?
They can email. We'll put my email.
All right. So we'll put that information there for Omada Marketing, right? Yeah. I know I'm chopping that up, but it'll be on the screen, guys. And we'll definitely put that information on social media as well. So we want to thank you so much for being here today. That was a mouthful, I know. And I know I had a lot of questions, but I think this is going to help a lot of individuals, but mostly importantly, those who are small business owners that need to get up with that program. So thank you so much for being here today. I want to take the time out one more time to tell us where you can watch us and listen. So watch us on YouTube, listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Music. We have a Facebook group, so you want to join that. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Voice Thoughts Talk Show and Podcast. Of course, our title sponsor, we have to give them a shout out, Goodwill Opportunity Center. And they help individuals remove barriers to self-sufficiency, enabling their clients to overcome challenges and achieve their goals through support that's personalized to their clients' needs. So visit them at 1601 Broadway Street in Paducah, Kentucky. Our episode sponsor, Hope Counseling. Are you grieving or feeling the pain of your loss? Hope Counseling offers real hope for the hurting. So call or text them today, 618-924-2502. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the power of AI, the topic, and our guest, Aaron Goodman, on the show today. Of course, I've been your host. My name is Danette Mahabeer-Turner, and I am the Mrs. Kentucky Petite USA 2025. We'll see you on the next episode. God bless.